Hey sugar, how you doing? Well, I'm on my way home and my baby just had a birthday and we're going to get his cake. Now we don't really do like the traditional thing. What I let them do is I let them go pick out a big slice of cake and basically let them have it on their own. So I'm going to get him and do that. And I gotta pick up some meat for dinner because teenagers, as they do, can be hard-headed. And I told the oldest to take some meat out this morning and he didn't do it. He said he forgot. So I gotta do that. And what else do I have to do? I gotta get something else. Of course, I gotta get some sides. I know I need to get some other stuff, but yeah, but that's basically all I'm doing today. And I wanted to talk about something, but I don't really know if I should because technically it's not my business. But I think I'm gonna talk about it anyway. Okay, y'all. So right now, hopefully it's over. You know what I'm saying? I really don't like talking about stuff like this because it's like talking about people, and I don't really like talking about people like that. But I think it is, like, from beginning to end, it is an interesting story and it's an eye-opening story. And it's nothing, no drama, nothing like that. It's just when you sit and you watch relationships, you can definitely see who the bigger person is. You know what I'm saying? So over the past couple of months, there's been some drama in the mukbang community or whatever. And if you don't know what mukbang is, it's basically people that eat on camera, have conversations with their audience, whether it's live or not. And so you got some big names, and I am not going to be saying any names because that is not why I'm here. This is just, I'm talking about the relationship portion, okay? And, you know, just sitting back and watching things play out, okay? So you've got, you know, pioneers of the so-called African American or black mukbang movement, if you will. And they've been doing it for 3 years or whatever, and they had a lot of trials and tribulations, but I can say for that particular person, there has been no drama started by that person to my knowledge. You know what I'm saying? As far as I understand, they are very transparent and don't get into that type of thing. You know what I'm saying? Which I admire that, and I know that it's very hard to do in some cases because, you know, you always want to protect yourself. You know what I'm saying? And so, you know, that is, we are in the era of clapback. You know what I'm saying? So I admire them for that. However, there's people that are not quite on that level, and what I mean by that level, I mean like they don't have as many followers or viewers or, you know, whatever you want to call it, and they're having drama amongst themselves. And not only are they doing that, they are pulling the pioneer, quote unquote, into it when it's nothing to be pulled into. And the beginning was kind of like a tit for tat type thing, and then it just kind of got nasty. You know what I'm saying? It got nasty to the point where you got people saying like really bad things to each other, and you've got police reports involved, and you've got death threats being given, and you've got video after video after video of people saying this, that, and the other about somebody else. And I mean, it's not just one or two. I mean, it's like, I could probably count on my two hands of the people that have been doing this has been done too, and people are involved with, I guess if that's what you want to say. So hopefully, this past week we're kind of like at the end of it, you know what I'm saying? And the part that I wanted to really talk about was the squashing of the beef, if you will, and how conversations, simple conversations, can eliminate a lot of the back and forth. And also, being conservative with your words can also keep a person out of the drama. You know what I mean? We live in a society where we want instant gratification, and that doesn't just mean a feeling of gratification, but how you receive anything. You know what I'm saying? Like, whether it be a gratification of feeling, of money, of I got you, or whatever it may be. You know what I'm saying? So all of this stuff been going on for months and months and months and months. And y'all, I'm telling you, it was resolved within a matter of minutes. Literally minutes. Over the phone, having a conversation, or DMing, going back and forth, or and I don't mean back and forth as in arguing. I'm talking about a person says something, then the other person says something else. Oh, I see your point. I understand what you mean. No love lost. Okay, let's move on. And my point again is the communication portion. And I'm sorry, y'all, about this camera going back and forth. I'm driving. So how important communication is, and I think we're in an era where we've lost the art of communication. We're so caught up in how we feel and being kind of selfish in a sense, that we forget that other people have feelings, and sometimes that other people even exist. Like, we say things a lot of the times and we're like, I don't care. But you really should. You really should care about the things that are coming out of your mouth. Because if you don't care about the things that are coming out of your mouth, that's, in my opinion, that's selfish. You know what I'm saying? And I know my mom did not raise me to be selfish, So I feel like, being able to communicate is essential for us to be able to move forward and be able to coexist, not only with everybody else, but also with ourselves. And when I say ourselves, because I'm talking about the African American / black, or whatever you want to call it, mukbang community, because this is where this stuff is. And this is I'm not gonna say it's affected me, but I've been in it, quote unquote, because I watch a lot of it. You know what I'm saying? I was, subscribed to a lot of people, even before all this stuff went down. So I've seen a lot, and it hurt my heart, you know what I'm saying? Because it just could have been avoided, in my opinion. All of it could have been avoided. Nobody has to go on live. Nobody has to, say this or that. The only person that needs to be talked to is the person that has offended you, or the person that you feel like you may have offended. And I think if we get back to the communication, I think that we'll be all right on all fronts, whether it be the mukbang community, whether it be just YouTube in general, because those comments be out the chain, y'all, for real. Whether it be in our personal relationships, friendships, marriages, whatever, all of that. And I always look at it like this. In any relationship, you have a foundation, and your foundation is built up of communication, trust, and honesty. And when I say that, people say, well, trust and honesty is the same thing. No, it really isn't. When you have communication, trust, and honesty. Those are the building blocks for any positive relationship. So communication is being able to talk and being able to express yourself in a way that you can get your point across, or at least put it out there so that it can be received, in a positive way. And then you have trust. You have to be able to trust somebody in order to benefit from the relationship. If you don't trust somebody, that's not a relationship. If you don't have that trust, that means that you're not willing to open yourself up to even try to communicate. And then, honesty, you've got to be able to be honest with that person so that they are able to trust you. And I'm talking about even those lies of omission and, not telling the full truth or telling a piece of the truth, or however you want to say it. So that's why I say those are the building blocks of a positive relationship. So I'm so happy that the communication can start so that the other pieces of the foundation can be built. So when you're able to talk to someone, you're able to build that honesty and that trust. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm backing up. So basically, that's all I'm saying is, just using that as an example, because it's what I've seen so far as a positive example. You know what I'm saying? And, I'm just happy, or at least I feel like I can be happy that, these channels can get back to doing what they were doing, 6 months ago, a year ago, or whatever it was, and have some peace within themselves and some peace on the YouTube front, so that they can, I guess, move forward with the foundation so they can build positive relationships with their peers. The first thing that popped up in my mind was competitive, but they're really not competitive because everybody can get a piece of the pie. You know what I'm saying? So your mukbang peers or your YouTube peers, or however you want to say it, I feel like at this point, I feel like it's a good point. It's a good place to be. And I think that what I'm gonna do is I'm going to. All right, y'all, I got a phone call, but the kids are getting in the car now. Get on the other side, baby. No. But long story short, I think I'm gonna do another video about relationships later. So, guess I'll talk to y'all. No.